Hi Virgo, this will be your general April reading, okay? So not the like singles and the career and the couples, those are the weekly readings. This is just the general overall for the month of April. So we'll take a look here, see what's going on for Virgos. All right, Virgo, please. Virgo, highest and clearest information for the Virgos out there. Highest and clearest information for Virgos. This is the month of April. Month of April, please. Okay, the moon card just fell out. Let's see if that plays in again. The moon card could just mean some information that's not quite showing itself to you yet. Could sometimes indicate secrets. We'll see what's up with that if it comes out again. So Virgo, 3 shuffles. Virgo. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have the 8 of coin, we have the Page of Swords, 7 of coin, the Death card, the Ace of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. Ooh, nice. Okay, and you do have the 6 of coin at the bottom of the deck. So now let's pull your other cards here. I'm pulling 1 overall oracle card just for general purposes, and then 1 romance card in case, romance is something that you are interested in for this reading. So, and we do have the 2 of Cups here, although I really kind of feel like this has more to do with work than love, but we'll see. Could be a little of both. Virgo, please. 1 card for Virgo, please. As an overall energy for April or overall advice, either or. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, I have pulled this card like this is the 3rd time. Okay, interesting. So we have the card of leg up, okay? At the bottom of the deck, even more interesting, we have building blocks. Okay. All right, so let's pull 1 romance card for you guys too. Okay. Yeah, that's the 3rd time. I pulled it for Aries and Cancer, I believe. Okay. All right. Okay, Virgo, let's see. Let's pull you a romance card. Romance card for Virgo, please. Virgo. Highest and clearest information for Virgos for April. Okay. Okay, so we have the situation will improve. Okay. So let's see. All right. So with the 8 of coin, I feel like there's, because you have the 8 of coin and then you have the 7 of coin and the Death card. So I feel like in a sense, but don't like let that, because it's a like a downgrade in a sense, but I don't think so in the long run. With the 8 of coin, I mean, I see that you're very good at something. You're good at constructing something, or you're working away, you're working hard, that sort of deal at the beginning of the month. But this Page of Swords is here. So this is either a message coming through or just something pesky. This is kind of, that's like what I usually think of the Page of Swords as, that is demanding your attention, or like, I almost feel like the one thing I would be careful of is I almost feel like the Page of Swords, because the way he's aimed, like you're working on, you're steeped, involved in your work, and you're building up, higher and higher, and you're all immersed in it. And then there's this Page of Swords, and it looks like he's like ready to take a swing, like right into, and chop down like what you've been doing, and then you go to the 7 of coin. So here's the thing, like if you are entrepreneurial in any way, because I don't think this would be like at a job necessarily, because I don't think somebody like the Page of Swords would have the capacity to take work away from you. But I almost feel like if you are like entrepreneurial in any way, you have your own business, you have your own creativity, things like that that you're doing. I feel like this Page of Swords is chopping away at your like your self-esteem about your work. You know, like kind of you know, um, just that, you know, like just chopping away at your self-esteem about your work. And for some reason, then, because after that, you have the Seven of Coin, which now you know, this person's all immersed, you know, working hard, doing a good job, totally into their thing. And then this Page of Swords comes along, and then now the next card is this, like where you're like, you know, man, this is a now I'm working so hard, I'm exhausted, and you know that kind of thing. Which you know, and it's down a notch. You know, we're at the Eight of Coin, then we after this Page of Swords, we go to the Seven of Coin. So I almost feel like it's sort of like you're still working, you're still doing well. You know, Seven of Coin is fine, Eight of Coin is good. You know, it's good money and all that. It's you know it's all fine, but the thing is, it's like this somehow forces you to transition into something that it has, you know, there's some self-empowerment here. But the one thing I would be careful of is, okay, because then you have the Death card. So I feel like then, like this Page of Swords brought you some sort of news or information or something that kind of cut your momentum down, okay? And then made you stop and think, man, maybe I'm working too hard on this thing, you know, and, you know, because that Page of Swords said I should do this. And it kind of makes you like change directions, okay? And then you go to the Death card, which is about pretty major transformations, you know, like really changing things up, killing something off and rebuilding something else completely different. And then you have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is very good. It's a good empowerment card, okay? And the Ace of Swords is underneath this Page of Swords. So I feel like the Page of Swords, they might give you this information in a pesky kind of way, or maybe an immature kind of way, or something like that. But whatever it is, it causes you to make this like fairly decent, you know, well, maybe, but it causes you to make this very big transformation within your work. And I do believe that with this underneath the Page of Swords, like the intent is to empower you, to give you like this truth, okay? And I think, you know, I see you kind of heading towards that. So it could be kind of your truth, but that's why I guess what I'm saying is make sure it's your truth, okay? Because I feel like the Page of Swords is giving you this, but I don't necessarily feel it is your truth, but it's there, and it's making you transition into this. And then we have the Two of Cups. So the other thing I would say about this, and the overall energy is a leg up. So it's like, I feel like this person is sincerely trying to give you a leg up into something, okay? But in the process of doing that, somehow they like criticize your work or whatever it is, slows down your momentum, okay? But it, you know, it is a leg up. But then we have the Two of Cups, and it almost feels like it's a leg up and causing you to go through this major transformation, because there may be some romantic feelings there with the Two of Cups. So, you know, that's why I would say, you know, make sure that, you know, and this may be good. It may be a good thing. I mean, I generally consider this a good card, a leg up. I think it's, you know, it's a nice, pleasant card, and it's like helpful, you know, and that sort of thing. But there's just a little vibe of this that I guess because of the way that Page of Swords is like chopping down, like kind of your work, you know, and you know, there may be some truth to it, but it's under them. You know, it's not with you necessarily. And I feel like you're making this major transition based on their truth. And it could just be because there's some sort of romantic interest here. So I would say just, you know, be careful. What was your romance card? Okay, well, your romance card is the situation will improve. So that's not necessarily a bad thing then. So, I mean, I think it overall is pretty good. And the Two of Cups doesn't suck. I mean, that's, I mean, it's sincerity. Like, I believe there's sincerity here. I really do. But I just, again, all I caution is if you're making this big of a transformation, make sure that this is your truth, and not the perception of someone else's. Make sure you really listen to your own heart too. And if that matches, then that is very good, because I think the Two of Cups is very strong. I think it's a good connection. I think it's, there's some definitely, with the situation will improve, that there could be some sort of like really good improvement, obviously from this. So that part is really nice. I mean, overall, I think it looks good. Oh, and you have building blocks. Someone else had this at the bottom of the deck. So it could be, that with the situation will improve and this like major transformation, that's going on. It could be too that this person, maybe they do have some truth here, and they're saying, hey, yes, you're working really hard, you're doing all these things and you're doing this, blah, 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 but, the thing is, if you would just kind of do this one thing, everything will improve for you. And it's small, it's building blocks, but it will get bigger. It could be something like that. So I don't know, take it as you will. Just make sure that you stay in your own power when kind of making this transition. Okay. So, all right. But overall, it looks very nice. And I do believe there is a connection here that is strong and good. I always feel like the Two of Cups is sincerity, and it's and so is Ace of Swords. So, but again, it's a self-empowerment card that wasn't necessarily showing up with your section. So, okay, let's see. All right, so Virgo, if you got anything at all from that reading, if you appreciated it in any way, all I ask is if you could maybe leave like a small little comment, even like a little stupid emoji or something like that in the comments box. It really helps my channel kind of when YouTube sees activity on my videos, and I appreciate it. So, all right, but most of all, have a fantastic month. And if you're interested in the singles, career more specific, and couples readings, I do those weekly. All right, thanks guys, and have a good month. All right.